Everyone, welcome back to Kits UK. This video we're going to be doing the quad tip installation on an A35. My name's Ash, behind the camera is Isaac. So quad tips on the A35, so many people have asked us for these videos. We're on the grill, this is going to have a grill as well. We've already got a video on our YouTube channel, so if you click on the link for that, you'll be able to see how to install the grill. This time we're going to do the quad tips, so if you follow me over here, Isaac. So these are our quad tips. These are the black chrome ones. As you can see, the stone guards are with it as well. Got the AMG imprinted into. Just turn that off. The AMG is imprinted into the metal as well. So one thing that I always say with these quad tips, Isaac, if you just can zoom into here, this is a coating inside here. So it is up to you guys to keep that coated using the acidic snow foams, non-pH neutral products. It's going to eat away at this and you're going to find that they're going to rust. So you've got to keep up to this as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the camera as usual. I'm going to film Isaac fitting these quad tips to give you guys a good idea step by step how to remove the bumper, how to fit the quad tips, how to get the bumper back on, how to position them and make sure that you've got your AMG logos exactly where they need to be. So yeah, enjoy the video and I'll come back to you soon. Okay, so the first thing that we need to be doing, I'm just going to work around Isaac, just let him do his thing. So we need to take out the boot liner and this slam plate here. So you're going to take this out, take the slam plate off, and behind here you've got two 10 mil nuts. So you're going to need a really long socket, which we'll show you in a minute, in order to get to that. Then you're going to come around and you're going to do the sides, which we'll show you as well. Obviously the first thing you need to remove is these. Nice and steady, and then you don't break any clips. There we go, just pops off. And again. So this is a T40, so I'll just pop these out. Okay, when you're removing this slam panel, you are going to break a couple of clips, so don't worry too much about that. You won't break them all, but you will break some. Here at Kits UK we've got some replacement ones, but I understand that you guys might not have. Don't worry too much about that. Like I said, you don't break them all. It will go back down absolutely fine, but you will break a couple. So what we like to do is pop a trim tool in there, get some leverage on it. You can hear it popping up. Nice and steady. Yeah, Isaac's forgotten to take out this 10 mil, so don't forget to take out that 10 mil, otherwise you're going to be fighting with it. Yeah, that should lift straight off. There we go. So as you can see, we've got two broken clips there, which we will replace, but you guys don't worry too much about it because you have still got some clips on there which will clip back in, no problem. So inside, so this little cover here needs to come off, and inside there you've got a 10 mil. You need a really long socket, so I'll get Isaac to show you that socket in just a second. Just got these clips off. So pull the rubber bung off. You must make sure you put that back on. What comes off goes back on. Okay, so this is the long socket here. So it's a 10 mil. And you can run it down there. So you can see that little dowel there. Run it down there. And you can get these out. Do not drop them. Just be careful. If you drop it, you can have a hell of a job getting it back. There we go. So that's everything on top. So now we're going to lift the car up and we're just going to move on. Okay, so inside here you've got one, if it'll focus. So you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so you must take these push clips out. So Isaac will do that now. Got a push clip remover, great. If not, a pair of pliers will probably get them out, just don't damage them. Okay, so once those are out, keep your push clip remover and you're going to go for this one here, just under the side of the car. And the same one on the other side. Okay, so while we're underneath here, I just want to point out that this area here, at the back of the bumper, okay, on the saloon version, you do have a panel that you need to remove from here. This is obviously the hatchback, so we don't need to do that, but for the saloon version, we do. Okay, so just be aware of that. It's only a plastic trim, and you can see exactly what needs to come off and how it needs to come off. But for this particular one, for the hatchback, you don't need to do it. You just need to remove these 8mm and then the 10mm. So which one are you going for first? The 8s. So there you go, 3 8mm. Now inside here, this little void here, there is a 10mm. So use your long socket, get into there, and get your 10mm. And then the same on the other side. You can see where it needs to come out. And that is everything from underneath. Okay, so the only thing left to do now is get the quarter panel screws. So these are 8mm under here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that in there. The 10mm. Anyway, you can't see it, but it's this bit here. So there you go, you've got one. And then the same at the other side. This bumper's been off before. 100%. No, that's not in properly then. Okay, that's 2. So what we're going to do now, we're going to drop the car down a little bit. So the one thing that I will say, guys, this bit here is extremely tight, okay? When you unclip this, it's going to feel and it's going to sound like you're breaking something. You're not breaking anything, all right? It's just the way that it unclips. Now, on this vehicle, you've got telltale signs that the bumper's been off before, okay? So as you can see here, that's not fully in. and we've got little scratches here. All right, that could be for any reason whatsoever. It might be that this clip here is not engaged, or it's just not engaged up here. Obviously we will try and get that clip back in, but if the previous person who's taken this bumper off has broken clips behind here, there's not a great deal you can do about it. And then the same on this side as well. You can see this is a little bit wider than what it should be, and we've got some little stones in there as well, so that tells me that that's too wide. And we've got a much larger gap here and here, and that's also sticking out as well. So yeah, just be aware of that. Also on this vehicle as well, very, very common for the A35. It looks like the diffuser's been caught in some way because it's broken this clip here, which goes in between. Now, when we get the bumper off, we will try and close that and repair it for the customer, but chances are we might not be able to. And this is a prime example. Now, these are OEM tips. These are genuine Mercedes tips. So just look at this inside here. And this is what I mean about keeping up to the coating on the inside. These are going to rust at some point. So, I mean, they're coming out anyway, but it doesn't really matter. But that's not the point. And that's a genuine product, guys, so you've got to make sure that you keep up to the maintenance. So I'm just going to hand it back over to Isaac now, just let him crack on. Okay, so this is the bit that I'm telling you about. So when you take this off, a lot of people will just pull outwards like this. On these A35s and the W177s, you need to be pulling out and up at the same time to disengage these clips. Okay, you will hear it cracking, you'll hear it creaking. Don't worry about it, it's just the clips disengaging. It will sound like you're breaking things, but you're not. So I'll just let Isaac demonstrate that. So you can see the flex in the bumper there. Just be careful. Now that's popped off far too easy for my liking. And same on this side. Okay, now just one second, Isaac, before you do anything else. Okay, another telltale sign that this bumper's been off before, if you look down here, this brace has fallen off. And this here, which is for your parking sensors, is also loose. It should also be attached to here. So whoever's put this bumper back on hasn't taken very much care of the car. So yeah, if you want to crack on then, Isaac. So first of all, unplug this. Dead easy to unplug. Now you can probably just see Isaac's just done there. He's literally just, can you just take that off and put that back on again? Probably with your other hand. That is literally all you need to do. So whoever's done this before was too lazy to even do that, and that's what gives it some stability. So that's it, guys. Bumper's free. You can now pull away. Okay, so we've got the bumper off. Now here at Kits UK, we see all sorts of issues with cars that's been hidden by previous owners and things. So on this particular one, you can see that there's an absolute mountain of bonding behind this diffuser. Now, why there is so much bonding behind here, I don't know. I'm guessing because all the diffuser clips are broken. And we can see that they've put a screw through that one there to try and anchor it on. As I said before, this is definitely broken. Not a great deal that we can do with that because all this side of it's missing, which is a shame. And then the same for this side as well. It's all broken. The clip that should go through here is gone, completely gone. Okay, so you guys, you're not going to have this issue, hopefully. But as you can see, whoever's put this back together, they've put a screw in here to try and keep that down. It's cable tied up. The rivet's missing. They've put a screw in there. That's not even lined up. Mounting a bonder. And it's also started to burn the carrier as well. So that just tells me that this has not been put in properly. And then if you come to the other side, you can see that they've not even put this in the holes here. These should be in here. So we see this a lot here at Kits UK. People just don't, either they don't know how things are supposed to go, or they're just being lazy and they're just throwing it together ready to sell it. So I'll hand off back to Isaac now. He's going to show you how to get all these out. It'll be a lot easier for you guys, hopefully. Is that even holding? Don't look like it, does it? Okay, so what you guys will be faced with is these rivets. So we tend to use a 4 or a 5 size drill bit to drill these rivets out. Now, if you watch when Isaac does it, he just takes the top of the rivet off. Okay, the reason that we do that is what you don't want to be doing is drilling through here. Okay, this is your diffuser. So if you drill through there, it's game over. You need a new diffuser. So what we tend to do, just to evade any risk, is just take the top of the rivet off there as well, and then we get the carrier out, and then we'll deal with the rivet afterwards. Just push it out. Okay, so on your vehicles, you will have these little clips here. All right. So you just need to just pry up here just to get these clips out. If they're too tight, just make some space for the clips to move, just like Isaac's doing now. Those ones are broken, obviously. So as you can see, he's just prying up, and then that's the carrier out. Now, this is quite a mess for us to deal with, so we will deal with that off camera, and then we'll come back to you. In the meantime, I'll just show you how to get this one out as well. Okay, so stripping down your old tips. Naturally, we need this out and we need this out. Okay, so what we tend to do, you can do it either way. There's no exact science to doing it. So you need to get the stone guard off. Now, just pry at the clips and it just pops off. Okay, once you've done that, you need to come to this side. This will need to come out, and also you've got some T40s here which hold the tip in. All right, so take those out. That'll release the tip, and then you just bend this little clip up here, which is obviously all burnt to death because I know it's been put in before, and then just release that one there. It might be that we have to put a new carrier in this. We shall see. We'll see how we get on. So I'll just leave you to Isaac to do this now. So as you can see, Isaac's just prying up exactly where the clip is, just with a flathead screwdriver. So pop it in and twist. Okay, so that's it, stone guards off. So the next thing is to remove these T40s, which will make the tip nice and loose. And I'm going to show you on the good carrier. So you're just going to raise up this, can you just hold that there for a second? So you're going to lift up this little plastic clip here and slide this backwards, and that will get the tip out. So I'll let Isaac show you that now. And that's it. So be sure to give this a nice clean up, guys. You know, try not to put brand new clean products into a dirty carrier. So just, you know, good practice is to give it a clean up so that you're ready for your new products. It's broken, that, isn't it? Is that in? Okay, so as you can see, we've used the outer clips on this one. So Isaac's just going to position it now, and then he's going to go ahead and get those T40s back in. Okay, if you just notice there, Isaac has not tightened these up fully. So he's just basically popped them in there, ready to whiz in. And the reason being is, what we like to do is put as much pressure on the back of the tip as possible to push them forwards so that your AMG logo shows as much as possible. So Isaac's just going to do that now. You can see he's pushing forward. And then we pop the stone guard on. That wrong. So this just clips on exactly the same way as your other one clipped off. Very, very important, guys, that you put this on. We get asked the question quite a lot, why do you need to take the bumper off? And it's because these stone guards need to be put on properly, because they are tight up to the back of the diffuser. Now you can remove the diffuser to do these, but it actually takes longer to do it that way than it does to remove the bumper. And as you can see with this particular car, you wouldn't have been able to get the diffuser off at all because it's been bonded on from behind. So you just never know what the history of the car is. So you can see here we've got the AMG logos protruding quite a bit. We will adjust these again to make sure that they're equal each side. And then we're just going to do the other one. So quad tips in. get them hooked into the carrier. And there we go, that's all on, nice and easy. Okay, so sometimes, as you can see here, they won't line up. You just need to adjust. So don't forget, when you take the pressure off this, it will flex out, so you need to flex it back in. And again, just adjust the tips. And then stone guard on. There we go, clips in all nice. And that's it, guys. We've literally fitted your quad tips. Okay, so next job is to go back over to the vehicle, or back to the bumper, and you need to sweep out all the stones from behind the stone guard here, just so that you've got a nice flush fit. And the rivets that are left over, get those out as well. Now for this particular vehicle, we're going to have to really adapt what we do with this to make sure that we get a nice flush finish. Yes, it's something that we can do here at Kits UK, but I appreciate for you guys doing this on your driveway at home, it's probably not ideal, so hopefully you don't get faced with this. Okay, so first one in, which is the problem one. So can you just take that back out again, Isaac? I'm just going to show everybody. So when you're putting these in, these little tabs here need to go to the inside of that carrier. So if you just watch when Isaac puts it down now, there, they need to go to the inside of that carrier. On the other side, somebody had put them like that. Not correct. So you need to make sure that they are on the inside of that carrier and it all clips down nicely. Now because somebody's broken the clips on this, we can only get one clip. And as you can see, that's nowhere near that clip there, so we've got quite a bit of damage to this carrier. I think if you pop the other one on, mate, then we'll deal with that one off camera. So when you're putting your quad tips back in, then up and down, make sure these little clips here clip back in. So let Isaac do that when he's done the back ones. That one's now fitted correctly. There you go, that's one, and that's the second one. Okay, and all you need to do now, the rivets that we will supply you with your quad tips, one in there, one in there, one in there, and that is your quad tip fitted. These are butterfly rivets, so they grab it quite nice. That's it. That is that quad tip fitted. So you'll do the same for the other side. Naturally, we can't do that with this one, so I'm just going to go off camera. We're going to sort this one out. We'll show you what we've done with it once we've done it. So we'll come back to you soon. Okay, so we are now ready to put this back on the car. So what we've done on this side, which is all it needed really. So we've gone normal rivet here because this was fine. And we've put a 4x8 rivet in here and here, which is much stronger rivet and a much bigger rivet. And that's all they needed to do. Instead of running screws into here and messing about here and then putting cable ties there, that's all that needed to be done. So we've done that. That's nice and sturdy now. This side is back on as it should be. As you can see, these are now to the inside. And this bit here. Just put that down. And then same on this side as well. So that is as close as we're going to get it. Obviously it's got some more damage here, but there's not a great deal we can do with that unless we're swapping the diffuser out, which we don't want to do because of this. So the next part is what quite a lot of customers dread doing. It's really not that much of an issue. All right, so we're going to take about an inch, maybe an inch and a half off the end of the pipes, just so that the quads go on properly. We've got a proper pipe cutter. I understand you guys might not have that. So just measure and draw a line around your pipe and just take off about an inch and a half. That's all you need to take off. We've done that many of them. We can just kind of do it by eye. We do it nice and gradual so we get a nice clean cut. And that's literally it. Okay, and that is it. That's all you need to get off. Just that little piece. So, to the other side. Okay, so the reason that we cut the pipes is this little area here will catch your pipe. Okay, the A35 end pipes, they're not designed for the quads, whereas the A45s are. So you just need to take a little bit off so it doesn't hit here, because you're going to be central in this part here. So they'll sit nice and flush. You won't get any rattling or banging or catching. So make sure you get at least an inch and a half off your pipe, and they'll fit inside the quads perfectly well. Now, if you guys remember at the beginning, the brace fell off. Obviously, someone's not put that on properly. So we're going to now refit that. So we'll just show you how to do that in case yours pops off. So just make sure that your holes are facing upwards. You can't go wrong on these clips. It literally tells you where to put it. Is that not caught it?
I mean, it's not going to be perfect there, obviously, because the diffuser's put there, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Pop these in. That's all it takes, just to make sure things are clipped back in properly. You don't have any issues with rattling, things falling off. Just do it right. Is that broken, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so how much neater does that look? Just by taking a little bit of extra time and doing things properly. Obviously, without taking this into consideration, we've probably managed to save this the best we can. So next thing, Isaac's going to put this bumper back on by himself, just to show you guys it is possible to do this on your own on the driveway if you need to, if you haven't got any help. So nice and steady. Rest it on the back brace. Plug your parking sensors in. You hear it click. And then what we tend to do, we tend to lift the bumper up to the bottom of the lights. Now, be careful. You don't want to be chipping your lights. So these clips here, as you can see on this particular car, the clips are all over the place. Just look at this. So just get them all lined up best you can. And then both sides, just line these up with the bottom of the lights and just let it go on. It kind of just goes on by itself. There we go. And then just pop all your clips in. Best way you can. And then you come to this side. Again, pop them in. Make sure you've got enough for this corner. And pop all your clips back in. Doesn't look like this one's going to sit down as much as we can try. You know, there's only clips there that we can use. So we can't do anything else with it. We can only clip into what we've got. So unfortunately, it's still going to be sat out a little bit on this one. Hopefully with yours, you won't have broken clips. So this one's gone down a little bit better. But you've still got this gap here, which isn't great. But you can only work with what you've got. So hopefully your bumper's never been off your car. So these will clip back in absolutely perfect. Just take your time doing it. And then we'll just do everything back in reverse. So 10 mils back in. Same for this one. And then put your rubber bungs back in, which Isaac's just done. And we've already replaced these clips. And then we put a slam panel back on. Just get it lined up with the clips. Just let it sit down and then run the rubber backwards over it. So that's as far as it'll go down. Just roll the rubber back over the plastic. You must do this before you start popping it down. And that's down, then you can just pop it down. So we're not going in. And then just knock your panel down. Get your 10mm in the middle. And then you'll get your luggage carriers back on. Remember, this is a T40, is this one. Rings always to the outside. Plastic covers back on. And then just pop your hazard warning thing back down. And then your boot panel. And that's it for the inside. So next thing, lift the car again. And then we're going to put the 10mm back into here. When you do this, just make sure that you've got this lined up. Just give it a little push in if it needs to be pushed in. That side's gone down a lot easier than what we thought. So just give it a little nip. You don't have to go over tighten these. And then same on the other side. Okay. So we're going to put the 10mm back underneath. Sorry if you can't see this, guys. I'm just trying to stay out of Isaac's way while it does. Then back into that one. And then your 8mm back into the heat shield. And then you've got, remember the two push clips that go underneath, which go here. And then on the other side as well. And then all you've got left to do is put your push clips back in your wheel arch. Dead self-explanatory. And that's it, guys. Okay, guys, that is it. So I hope you followed that quite well. As you saw, we had problems with this car, which we've overcome, which we always do here at Kits UK. But it's a problem that you could very much have as well. If you don't know the history of the car, it might be that you've got problems with yours as well, which you need to overcome once the bumper's off. So you can see the quad tips all fitted now. We just need to wipe these down for the customer. They look great. So again, just as a final reminder, make sure that you keep up with the protection on the inside of here. You don't want these rusting, so make sure that you get the proper protection for it. Any stone chips or anything like that, get on it straight away because it will rust. But apart from that, I think it looks fantastic. So yeah, another instructional video done. Hope you guys find it helpful, and you know, you can do these yourself on the driveway at home it is quite daunting. If you've never taken a bumper off before, it can be quite daunting, but just be careful. Like I said, if your bumper's never been off the car before, you will not be faced with any of these problems that we've been faced with on this one today. I think it's a good one to do for a video because it does show you that you can overcome problems and move forward with them. So yep, so that's it for this video. If you want any more videos, drop a comment. Anything that you want us to instruct or anything that you want to see, just drop a comment below. If you want to see another video of another part of the car being done, roof spoiler we've already got. Black badges, we can do one on black badges if you like. Again, they're quite self-explanatory, but if you've never done them before, we can do a video for you. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe. We are going to get some more videos out, not just on the Mercedes, BMWs, Audis, anything that you guys want. We'll get a video out for you. So yeah, enjoy.